Hey, this is my grandson, Jameson Kai Davis. So precious. So some of you know that I am currently working towards my master's degree in elementary music education. I'm still doing some law stuff, of course, but I need to feed my soul a little bit, and so that's what I'm doing. And I'm learning some very interesting things. Number one, it's been established for over 100 years. Multiple studies that music education, daily music education, with the little ones increases their capacity to think. And it's been shown that in elementary schools, daily music education increases math and reading abilities by 20 to 30%. That's just science, and it's been around for over 100 years. Because music lights up the baby's brains, or the little kids, or however. Now, there's a guy named Ed Tronick, who is the most accomplished man in infant neurology out there. Ed Tronick. He writes most of the textbooks and is involved with most of the studies. And he has found that if you engage multiple senses with the babies, especially when they're this young, then it lights up their brain and brain scans even more. So for instance, if you're just speaking to a baby, that baby's brain lights up in certain areas in certain ways. But if you hold the baby while you speak to them or sing to them, the brain lights up even more. And then if the baby is looking at you and engaging while you hold the baby and sing to them or speak to them, that brain lights up even more. Then there's a guy named Edwin Gordon who spent his life studying and doing research on music education. He founded music learning theory and coined the phrase audiation, which is, audiation is to music what really comprehension of words is to language. The ability for anyone, including children, to think musically. Johann Sebastian Bach, the best music teacher ever, he actually talked about musical thinking. It's about the same thing. And so, where Bach integrated musical thinking into his compositions that were used for teaching, Edwin Gordon studied music education with babies. And he found that babies' music education, specifically tonality, is the same as with language. There are tonal languages like Asian languages like Chinese and different things like that, to where there are tones with languages. Well, babies learn tonality, and actually their brain is so much more placid up through 18 months. So 18 months, up to 18 months, is the perfect opportunity to teach your kid some tonality that can raise their musical aptitude, light up their brains, and help them learn everything. So, there's a little musical exercise that I did with this little guy, to where you just use bums, and you can use any of the sounds that are like towards the front of your mouth. It's like ba 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 da ba da ba 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 ba. when you want to focus on tonality, that way the baby is not learning diction, but it's focusing on the tonality, and you can sing tonal patterns to babies. I do different tonal patterns and varieties of tonal patterns. I try to hit different modes of music, which Miss Dr. Gordon certainly says that we should do, but also he goes to sleep and he really enjoys when I play like the Beatles or songs like that. And then I'll ba-da-ba-bum-bum along with that. Because here's a little secret. Babies learn tonality from familiar voices. You can't just play the Beatles and have them learn it. They are pre-wired to learn tonality from familiar voices. Mother's voice is clearly the best, right? Because they hear that in the womb. But fathers, even grandparents, any voice that they hear regularly, any familiar voice, will teach tonality to a child. So, there's your lesson for the day. I love this guy. Bum, bum, bum.